Hi everyone, my name is Varsha and welcome to Study with Varsha. So today we are going to discuss 25 questions on the topic of Grafana, like which kind of questions actually interviewer can ask in the interview, generally on the Grafana. So the first question which we can face in Grafana is first thing is if you have experience of 2 to 5 years, or then this question might be they will not ask, but if you have experience from beginners to mid level, first question will be what is Grafana. So in simple words you have to say Grafana is an open source visualization tool for metrics, logs and alerts. It supports multiple data sources. Then they will ask what is data source have you used with Grafana. So primarily Prometheus is a data source, but also Elasticsearch and Loki for logs, even though we can use CloudWatch also as a data source with Grafana. Now, what are Grafana dashboards? So this question may be asked, what is Grafana dashboards? So dashboards are a collection of panels displaying visualization from different data sources. So collection of panels means in one panel you can show data source in a gauss, matrix, graph, many ways. So that and all this thing wherever you are showing, that is called as a dashboard. Next question is what is panel in Grafana? So it may be, you can say it's a visual representation of graph, gauss, table, etc. of data from a query. Yeah. Now, how do you share dashboard with a team? So if you are working in a team and you want to share dashboard with to the other team, how can you share? So you can say by saving to folder, exporting JSON, or using Grafana cloud links with access control. So friends, whenever we are going to create whenever we will create Grafana dashboard, so at that time we have to give all the value in the variable, in the Grafana variable itself if you are using, and in the right side you will see a JSON format. Whatever the changes you have did for panel creation, everything will come in the JSON. So you can export the like JSON and you can give it to, otherwise you can just copy the link and you can uh, give to your team, and you have to give the control, and that control only manager used to give. So if you have less than 5 years of experience, you no need to worry about these things. You just say okay, permissions granted. And if interviewer is asking how can you give, then you can say my manager used to give. So we are not going that much depth. And yes, in next 1 to 2 days I'm going to explain you by creating a project on Prometheus, Grafana, CloudWatch and all. So don't worry, for today just see the questions so that you have a basic idea. Now, how do you set up alerting in Grafana? So for alerting, we can define thresholds in panel and configure alerts rules that connected to notification channel like Slack or email. And that email or Slack we can do with the help of SMTP. And even for alerting, we can use Jira also. So how it will work? We can configure our Grafana with the help of API. We can connect to the Jira, and we can set all these things. So while when I was I will show Grafana project, I'm going to show that only how to set a rules with Jira. So don't worry as of now. Now how do you manage access to Grafana dashboard? Okay, so for access we can give organization roles like admin, editor, viewer and folder permission. So what's a variable in Grafana dashboard? Yeah, so the things is came variable. So variables, that is dynamic parameter used in queries to switch data easily, server names and all. Everything we have to give in variable itself. Next question is how to use templating in dashboards. So templating is nothing but it's a kind of filter. So to filter data using dashboards, drop downs like environment, host name, job level, so that is nothing but templating. Next question is what's a common use case you have solved with Grafana? So this for this question, you can give your answer as per your experience, but it's not, if you don't have experience, then you can just say real time monitoring of EC2 instance health and Docker container memory CPU uses, or make something like variable was missing so it was not showing, that kind of issue you can say, and you how you fixed it. So I'm telling you, once you will get like the project, then you will be confident about all these questions. How do you link Prometheus with Grafana? So Prometheus is a data source, and Grafana, how can we link? So we can link with the help of data source in Grafana using the Prometheus URL and query using PromQL. PromQL is Prometheus query language. Can Grafana visualization visualize logs also? Yeah, yes. With the help of Loki or Elasticsearch as a data source, we can visualize log also. What are annotation events in Grafana? Annotation events means what you understand. Annotation marks events in dashboard like deployment, downtime for context. So this may be annotation. So you can say in a simple term. Have you created custom Grafana plugin? Yes, actually I have used. If you didn't create it, you say no, I have used the available one, but I have created. But so you can say I customize dashboard using available plugins only, because if you don't have that much depth knowledge, so don't say that yes I have created, but have not built one from the scratch, you can say like that. How do you manage dashboard versions? Dashboard versions we can manage with the help of Grafana support dashboard versioning. You can revert to any previous saved state. Now, we have discussed many times Loki, and with the help of that, we can visualize logs. But what is Loki? The answer is Loki is a log aggregation system that integrates well with Grafana to visualize logs. Yeah, that is the correct one. Now, how to migrate dashboard between environments? So if you have to migrate dashboard itself between environments, how can you do? Simple one that previously also I told you. We can export JSON from one environment and import it into the another Grafana instance. So that is quite simple. Next, how do you connect Grafana to AWS CloudWatch? Yeah, I told you that CloudWatch also we can use as a data source. So use CloudWatch data source, configure with IAM credentials with the least privilege, and select namespace like ECS or EC2 RDS according to our requirement and according to the company's policy. Now, how do you handle high load on Grafana? Yeah, this question is most of the interviewer asks. So how can you handle? So first thing you can say, by optimizing queries, limiting data points, and turning Prometheus scraps intervals. Or you can say by monitoring and getting the alerts as well. How can you create drill down dashboards? So if you don't know, then just say I don't know, because it's not like everyone should have to know. But if you know, you can say use variables and dashboard links to allow users to click and navigate to the detailed dashboard. So that is the right answer. What is default port in Grafana? That you should have to know. That is 3000. How do you back up Grafana dashboards? Again, by exporting JSON file or backing up Grafana dashboard like MySQL or something, but the best option is exporting JSON. What's Grafana Loki advantage over ELK? So Loki uses level based indexing, making it lightweight and efficient for log tied to Prometheus matrices. Now, how do you monitor Kubernetes using Grafana? So it's a tricky question, because if it's come to Kubernetes, it means you have to manage cube or pods. So for example, if you have told no, I have deployed my application in KubeOps, and now you are talking about pods, they will catch you. So be careful. For example, you can say via Prometheus matrix from cube static matrix and node exporter visualized in Grafana dashboard. So in this way you can give your answer. Now, what's the difference between alert in Grafana and Prometheus? So Prometheus handles server-side alerting based on time series data, even though Grafana will do support UI-based alerting and can aggregate multiple sources. Today we discussed 25 questions which maybe in interviewer will ask what I thought. So if you want, you can refer it, share it with your friends. Thank you for watching Study with Varsha. Have a great day.